Welcome back. Time for business news now. Mike Eppel hanging out right here. Mike, you warned us. You said, listen, you don't like the gas prices now, but you still need to fill up. This was yesterday. Because what happened?
Well, look, OPEC is cutting production by 2 million barrels per day. And all you need to know about that meeting is that Russia was there as well. It's OPEC plus Russia. And they say it's not about politics, but then the fact that Russia was at the meeting indicates that it's very much about politics. And they want to get the price up here because Russia's been complaining about the embargo and, all of these constraints on its energy output to the countries that it still does business with. So up goes the price for oil. The White House isn't happy with it, as you might expect. They're approaching midterm elections in the U.S. They'd like to see the price for gas coming down in the Biden administration. There's actually a bill going through right now, the U.S. Senate, called NOPEC, which would potentially raise some legalities against the cartel for raising and lowering prices at a whim. We'll see if that goes anywhere. The problem here, though, is Melanie, it's the consumers that are caught in the middle of all of this, because we're paying more at the pumps, almost $1.69 per liter here in the GTA in Southern Ontario as of this morning. The peak price out west, it's a lot more. In the United States, it's going up. So this again fuels the risk of inflation, which again has the central banks on high alert, because they've been ratcheting up interest rates to bring inflation down. So it doesn't help. We just get hit on all levels here. Oh, yeah, and we're approaching a long weekend here in Canada as well. So
yeah, that too. Everyone out on the road.
Perfect.
Everyone driving right across. Okay, so let's talk about this. This might be sneaky in that you might not notice it, but you should have a look out for it when it comes to credit cards. Perhaps a new line item there when it comes to a surcharge.
I don't know if it's necessarily sneaky, because you will see it if the small business operators determine that they're going to actually pass along the fees that they've been charged by the credit card companies for transactions. Now, they got the right to actually do this through a class action lawsuit to disclose these fees. The big issue is, will businesses want to, face the ire of consumers if all of a sudden they're looking at a 1.5% or 2% credit card transaction fee on their bill? The Canadian Federation of Independent Business has been saying they're looking at maybe 1 out of 5 businesses willing to take this next step, but it is this hidden cost that consumers don't see that businesses face, and do they want to pass that cost along to consumers? I think it's going to be very interesting, considering right now we're going into, holiday shopping. So I have a feeling they won't see it too much, but maybe some companies will try it and try to, I don't know if you get consumers pushing back against these transaction fees, which have been paid. That's just the cost of doing business, but maybe it's going to get a little bit more expensive on the retail level.
Yeah, absolutely. How about this? Driverless vehicles, we've been talking about for forever, but when it comes to delivery vehicles that are driverless, which company is looking to do this or will be doing this?
Loblaw is already testing this with a California-based company called Gatik. They're sending out these delivery trucks that don't look any different than any other. There you see it right there. Looks like a standard cube van or whatever they call it. But if you're passing that, Melanie, and you don't see anybody driving, now there is a technician on the passenger side for the test runs, just to make sure that everything's working properly. How do you feel if you're in another vehicle and you see that?
No.
Yeah, it's going to be off-putting, I think. Right? We're just not used to it. We're not used to it.
To be very honest, will we though? So these vehicles, though, they're not the ones that are doing the deliveries door to door, like dropping off at your home. These are from facility to facility.
Right. Okay. They're going from a distribution center to a superstore, for example, for Loblaw. So, and again, it's just this specific route that it goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So, but it does have to navigate through stop signs, stop lights, and other vehicles, right? So it's not exactly like it's on a monorail system or anything of that nature. It's weaving in and out of traffic.
I was going to say
that's kind of cool, really.
That visual is not accurate, because if we're talking about Toronto streets, it's just going to be sitting in traffic.
Maybe.
Right? It's not going that fast.
The computers have time to calculate how much maneuverability they actually have, because they're just waiting.
That's right. And go.
That's what the computer looks like
when it's thinking. All right, Mike.
Spinny wheel.
Ooh. Have yourself a good day, Mike. We'll talk to you again tomorrow, and it's going to be Friday.
Thank you.
It's going to be great.
That's right.
All right, talk to you then.